I would like to start with a icebreaker. So kindly stand. So the activity that I want to do is you're going to give me a descriptive word describing yourself, beginning with the first letter of your name. I'm going to start us off. My name is Mariola, and I am Marvelous Mariola.
My name is Alicia and I am Adorable Alicia.
Good.
My name is Melissa and I am Magnificent Melissa.
Great.
My name is Yulita and I am Unique Yulita.
Nice.
My name is Anthony and I'm Amazing Anthony. My name is Mary and I'm Majestic Mary.
Perfect. No, I love those descriptions. Give yourself a little clap. You may have your seat.
Yes.
So today, we'll be looking at natural regions. Have you ever heard the term natural region before?
No.
Anybody? Never? Okay. So a natural region is a large area characterized by its physical features, climate, and plant and animal life. Now, there are more than one natural regions in Guyana. Can anybody say how many there are? Yes?
4.
Okay, yes. There are 4 natural regions. Can anybody tell me the name of one of those 4 natural regions? Yes.
The low coastal plain.
The low coastal plain.
Climate.
Climate. Sorry, that's not the answer I'm looking for. Anybody else would like to try? Anybody? Yes?
Hilly Sand and Clay Region.
The hilly sand and clay region. Great. Okay. So let's look at the 4 natural regions in Guyana. We have the low coastal plain. That is in the light green on the key. We have the hilly sand and clay region, which is highlighted in the orange. We have the hinterland forest, which is in green, of course, for forest, which is a large part of Guyana. And we have the Rupununi savannas, which is in the yellow. So those are the names of our 4 natural regions in Guyana, okay? Our main focus for today is on the low coastal plain. Now, the low coastal plain has many features, one of which includes its unique location. This land stretches from Point Playa to the Corentyne River, which is close to the Atlantic River. The low coastal plain is extremely low and is about 2 to 4 meters below sea level. Now, the low coastal plain being so low, when there is high tide, the water tends to come over into the low coastal plain, flooding it. And due to this, we had to build sea dams and sea walls to keep the water out, preventing flooding.
Alright, let's look at the 2 more features of the low coastal plain. First, we have the climate and we have build. This explains the 2 wet seasons and the 2 dry seasons. The wet season, these are the times of the year that we have heavy rainfalls. The dry season, these are the periods when there are little or no rainfall, making the environment drier. The first wet season occurs in May to mid-July. The first dry season occurs to February to March. The second wet season occurs in mid-November to January. The second dry season occurs late in August to January.
Why Guyana don't have snow?
Guyana doesn't have snow because we live in a hot climate.
Miss, do you think you'll ever get snow?
No, I don't think we will ever get snow because, like I said, we live in a hot climate.
Miss, but sometimes the rainy season is so cold.
Yeah, well, we have to expect that one of the times.
And then when the rain falls on the house, it does sound hard.
Yes, it really does sound hard. All right. Any more questions? on the climate? No more? Alright, let's move on. We're going to the second one. Which was the second one I mentioned? What was it? The second feature. I mentioned it before I start the lesson. Yes? Yes, very good. Bill. So this explains the flat plains situated below sea level. Let's start with the flat plain. Saying the low coastal plain is very flat, like a big smooth piece of land. There are no hills or mountains here. It's a flat surface. No mountains, no hills, nothing. It's flat. Let's move to the sea level. This one is lower than the sea. If we don't protect it, water from the sea can flood the area. That is what the low sea level explains.
What's what happened to the mangroves?
Alright, what will happen to the mangroves? When we get high tide, sometimes the high tide could wash away the mangroves or break the bushes. Remember when you go out to the seawall, we see these big bushes at the seawall? Yes, it could be washed away by the high sea level, and that may cause flooding sometimes. Any more questions? No more questions? Everybody understand what are the two features I just explained?
Yes.
And what are the two features I just explained? Very good.
We will be looking at the two last features of the low coastal plain. The first one, we have the soil on the low coastal plain. The soil on the low coastal plain is most likely sandy. This means it doesn't hold water very well and it can dry quickly. It can also be a bit salty because the water from the ocean often touches the land. The salt from the ocean can make it harder for some plants to grow, but certain plants can handle it. Other features would be vegetation. Plants that grow here are special and can survive in salty soil and sometimes flooded conditions. These plants include grass, mangrove, and palm tree.
Okay class, today I have formulated some questions to recap what you've learned today and so broaden your knowledge a little more on the topic. There are three types of soil on the low coastal plain. I'm giving you a hint. There are three types. I want you to tell me what are the three types. Okay, let me see. I see Miss McKellian raising her hand. Can you tell me? Since they know. Three types. You don't have an idea. Okay, you'll learn. Yes.
Clay.
Unique, Yugita.
Clay.
Clay, yes, that's one. So you go out to the beach to bathe and you hear they say you can't bathe, the beach full of pagas. It's this black swampy looking thing. So, pacu, yeah, that's a fish. I saw it, but I never tried it. No, I never tried it.
Where
I don't like the appearance of the fish. I don't like it.
it's ugly.
Yeah, the fish is that exactly. It's ugly. For me, I can't see myself eating it because it's ugly. Which is not a nice word to use in class. Don't use it, but in my opinion, I'm being honest. So yes, there is pagas. What kind of plant you find in it?
Is the mangrove growing the pears?
No, the pagas is mostly in front. So the mangroves are more at the back. It can grow, but it's not. What do I say? It's not like a solid answer. In the pagas, you would find hard plants. You know, sometimes you go at the beach at the front, there are some very hard plants where you find some fine fish and something crab and so on inside. Those are the plants that grow in pagas. Due to the nutritional.
Is that thing that you just whack it?
Yes, those things. They are very hard plants. Yes, that they could put up with the
Wait, what is
plant, the nutrients.
What
What's the plant name? I honestly can't remember the name, but for next class, I will find out and let you know that. Definitely I will. And the silt, the silt, the silt is, okay, let me tell you, the silt is where the mangrove grow. It's a softer soil. It allows, well, for mangrove to provide erosion from not happening, prevent erosion, sorry, from not happening. It has to go deep into the soil. So the silt is the perfect soil for this. It goes and it grabs into the soil. So when the water comes, it stops the water. It prevents the water from going over. So the silt is the perfect, because the pagans, as much as it's soft here, at the bottom it's very hard and the root will not go through it. Ms. McKelly, are you with me? Okay. So the root will not go through. So the silt is very soft throughout the soil, so the mangrove gets to go straight up and grab the soil. So that's how it prevents erosion from happening, and that's why it is advisable to grow mangrove in those kind of soil. So that's why you find a little out from the sea, the mangroves are not in front where the paganas is. And the clay is the most fertile soil for any crop production, any crop. So when you see rice, you see plantain, what else we have? We have cassava, the regular vegetation on the coastal plain. They're all silt because of their fertile soil. The fertile nutrients in the soil, sorry. So, I think that's a good recap for the day. Any question? Anything else you want to find out other than what's here?
That is what kind of fish on the platform.
Okay, I'm not good with fish, but I can say this is a corass.
Missing a papu there?
No, there aren't any papu here. I'll get a picture of the papu and I'll show you why I don't eat papu. No, I think that fish is very hard to catch. I don't know why. It's very hard to catch.
Maybe I guess it's because of the spring.
Yeah, I think fishes has to do with the tides, yeah. Because sometimes when you stop the fish vendors on the road and the certain vendor, they say, oh, tide high, you didn't catch this. So yeah, it deals with tide, but that's not for this lesson. So yeah, that's a corass, and I'm not sure, but those are all fishes caught right here on the local coastal plain. Any other question?
No, miss.
Okay, you all have been a wonderful class, and I can see you've learned a lot from this lesson.
Okay, class, we're going to do a recap since there was a lot that you guys learned, even the little pictures and so on. So, how many natural regions are there? It was taught earlier in the lesson.
4.
Okay. Anybody can name any of the 4? Yes. The low coastal plain. Excellent. Any more? Yeah. You look like you know. Vegetation? No. Not the answer I'm looking for. Yes, miss?
Mangrove?
No.
Savannah.
Yeah. Miss there? Okay. So, y'all remember this?
Yes.
So I will point out and you guys will tell me which part you think it is. Okay? So this part.
The
Anybody?
hinterland forest, miss.
Correct. This part here.
The coastal plain.
Okay, that's excellent. I want to hear from her now. What do you think here is?
Huey Salmon region.
Excellent. And this part? Anybody? Excellent. So now we'll do an activity. I'll hand you out some markers and the Guyana map. And in the lesson, we talked about one specific natural region. What was it? Yes.
The low coastal plain.
Exactly. So now you're going to go and color which one you think is the low coastal plain
I'll give the marker after we finish.
Yes, you can. With my kids, obviously. I'm giving you guys 10 seconds. Let's see how well this lesson has taught you.
Miss, you have to label it.
If you want,
Miss, the marker ain't finished.
just tap it down like this and it will work.
Miss, finish.
Excellent. Everybody finish?
Yes, Miss.
Mariella, well? Excellent. So now you'll all lift it up and let me see. Good, you guys did an excellent job. Give yourself a clap. So y'all learned something from this lesson. Excellent.
Okay, pupils. This has brought us to the end of our lesson. I hope you all have learned something. You are dismissed and have a blessed afternoon.
Bye, Miss.
Bye.